An unprecedented leak of millions of files of a Panama-based offshore law firm have rocked the news. And it shows just how easy the world's rich and powerful can exploit secretive offshore tax schemes. We're now joined by Carl Dolan from Transparency International. Welcome.
Thank you.
Now, Mr. Dolan, did these revelations come as a surprise to you?
It comes as a surprise to nobody in the anti-corruption community. Time and time again, when you investigate the behaviour of Nigerian oil ministers, corrupt Nigerian oil ministers, or Russian or Ukrainian oligarchs or organised crime groups, if you follow the money trail, you will hit a dead end. And that dead end usually ends with a anonymous, secret company, usually incorporated in a secrecy jurisdiction or a tax haven on a small island country somewhere around the world.
Now, are these revelations good news for the fight against money laundering, tax evasion, corruption?
What you will hear now is, in the wake of these revelations, is the usual condemnations and hand-wringing by government leaders and political leaders and governments around the world. We've seen this before, of course, a number of years ago with offshore leaks, with LuxLeaks. Of course, beyond the words, there is very little concrete reform.
In a nutshell, what would you ask EU member states exactly? What has to happen now?
Yeah, I mean, on this issue, first of all, they must make these registers of beneficial ownership open to the public. They have 6 months to do that. They can do that straight away. Secondly, once that's done, they then have the authority and the experience to set their sights on these secrecy jurisdictions like Panama, like the British Virgin Islands, like Delaware in the United States, and say to those countries, okay, unless you make this information public, unless you share this information with us, then there are going to be sanctions in terms of our agreements with you, in terms of our trade deals with you.
For the moment being, at least, there's no US name on the list. Does that mean that the fight against money laundering and corruption is more efficient in the United States?
The reason I would suspect that there are few US names there is, of course, there are some US states which rank amongst some of the most secretive jurisdictions around the world, states like Delaware, like Nevada, like Wyoming, where it is very simple, very easy to set up a company where you can hide the proceeds of corruption or other crime very easily, very efficiently.
Mr. Dolan, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.